Good morning and welcome to the VSA Morning Miner. It's Tuesday, the 20th of December. Paul Rankin is back from his days off and is joining me this morning. How are you, Paul?
I am well, thank you. And how are you?
Yeah, all good, thanks. Actually, for a couple of days before Christmas, we've got quite a bit of news to cover. Should we start with Alchemy Capital or Tees Valley Lithium? They have announced this morning they have secured or agreed a 30-year lease with Semcor Energy UK, the group that runs the Wilton International Chemicals Park, where they just got planning permission for their lithium hydroxide processing facility. So they've got 1 year option to exercise that lease, and in that period they'll be agreeing all their utility contracts, that sort of thing, as well as seeking to secure the financing. But clearly, it's a positive de-risking milestone that they've now got that long-term agreement secured, and sort of validation from a major industrial group, and that they're the sort of group that can actually execute this successfully.
And that came pretty quickly as well. Nice to see that they had making good progress there.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's been reflected in the recent share price performance, which has been very strong. I think there's also some news out from Ferro Alloys this morning, Paul. What's happening there?
Yes, that's an update on their phase 1 feasibility study results, as well as proceeding into phase 2 here. Both phase 1 and phase 2 drilling portions have been completed. They are in the process of metallurgical test work on some of the material pulled up from that drilling in order to just work out exactly the yields and reagent consumption on trying to take vanadium, uranium, moly, or potassium alum extracts from the ore itself. They also have a program underway to see if they can use the fine ground tails to produce synthetic carbon black, which would be very important to displace fossil fuels in the future if they can do that for various applications. And they've got a geophysical survey underway for the water supply bore field for the mine operation there in Kazakhstan. So it's an update on the general progress for the project.
Yeah, and those byproducts are, they add a lot of value, but they're not the critical thing to making this a low-cost project. It should stand on its own 2 feet if they can achieve what they've said just on the vanadium alone. So they're all bonuses. And note the share price has actually had quite a good run recently. The bulletin board seemed to link that to the bounce in Invinity and therefore the potential for increase in demand for vanadium if there are more batteries being sold. But this morning it looks like it's pulled back a bit, but obviously it's early in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Paul?
Yes, we had news out from Kazera Global here that they are exiting the tantalum business, which was the business there at Tantalite Valley that they founded the company on with its AIM admission, and they are selling out for $13 million cash, the Tantalite subsidiary there, to a Chinese firm. And we'll use that money essentially to scale now what is in trial production, the mineral sands operation they have in South Africa. So Kazera pivoting away from tantalum and those minerals like lithium in Namibia toward mineral sands in South Africa.
Yeah, well, I mean, we see a lot of projects with byproduct tantalum and that sort of thing, but it's very rare that we see someone actually execute and create some value from it.
And this is primary tantalum, and this mining case as well. That is the primary component of revenues from the operation is tantalum.
Anything else, Paul?
On the exploration front, just a real quick note here, Titan Minerals, ASX quoted Ecuador Explorer, have drilled a new porphyry discovery in Ecuador, the Copper Ridge porphyry prospect at Linderos project in southern Ecuador, has come up with 0.4 to 0.3% copper equivalent across tens to hundreds of meters in the first 3 drill holes, which remain open. So they'll definitely be putting some more drill holes into this thing just to determine what its size and ultimate grade will be.
Good. Okay, well, I think we'll call it a day there, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, Paul.
Back then.